Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Warriors Network and the first of the series previewing the World Cup of 2023. आप सबका खुशामदीद और खैर मकदम करता हूँ। मैं आपका मेज़बान अदील रऊफ from Sheffield और हमारे साथ एक खुसूसी मेहमान है who will kickstart the World Cup previews. He is a VP of marketing at VFairs, which is an events platform based in Mississauga. And he has been there for a couple of years as well. His name is Atir Rauf. So, welcome, Atir, to this platform. Welcome to Warriors Network.
Walaikum assalam, Adil bhai. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it and honored to be here to kick off things for this World Cup with you.
अच्छा तो हमारा जो सेटअप है, I have a few questions to ask you. एक जनरल सी वाइब आप मुझे बताएं कि कनाडा में क्या है, आप वहाँ हैं, मिसिसागा में हैं, एंड लोकल कम्युनिटी ओवर देयर, तो वर्ल्ड कप की आमद है यहाँ इंडिया में हो रहा है, एक डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ एटमॉस्फेयर दिस टाइम इन द वर्ल्ड कप. वहाँ जो लोग हैं उनका क्या क्या राय है इसके बारे में?
So interestingly, I was with friends only yesterday और हम वर्ल्ड कप के बारे में डिस्कस भी कर रहे थे, सारे पैशनेट enthusiasts थे. And I think the Rai has completely flipped after the Asia Cup. I think Asia Cup के start में बहुत ज़्यादा excitement थी, वो pace battery जो थी उसके बारे में इतना हवा बना हुआ था कि जी नसीम शाह, हारिस रऊफ और शाहीन तो unplayable हैं. And I think we saw glimpses of that even in the first match जो wash out हो गया था इंडिया के साथ. But ever since, I think people have just lost enthusiasm in our bowling. क्योंकि नसीम शाह के एग्जिट के बाद आई थिंक पीपल थिंक दैट हारिस रऊफ एंड शाहीन अलोन, स्पेशली उनकी जो रीसेंट परफॉर्मेंसेस हैं वो ज्यादा कोप नहीं कर पाएंगे, स्पेशली इंडियन पिचेस के अंदर जहां पता है कि बैटिंग ट्रैक्स टिपिकली पाए जाते हैं आपको. एंड आई थिंक दे वर आल्सो अ बिट मतलब कि सस्पेक्ट ऑन कि हमारे स्पिन डिपार्टमेंट जो है वो बिल्कुल ही लैक्स द किलर इंस्टिंक्ट. नवाज एंड शादाब पे कॉन्फिडेंस बहुत कम है. I think the only positives that they were taking away was that there are a couple of people that have started performing. Iftikhar is one of them, and they think that Iftikhar is a good late order batsman. उनको बस एक positive lineup के अंदर सऊद शकील का लगा कि I think people felt कि यार उसको पहले खिलाना चाहिए था, लेकिन चने देर आई दुरुस्त आई. And of course captaincy के ऊपर तो हमेशा ही एक split view होता है कि how Babar is doing. So that's the general sense.
So I think yeah, that's kind of the uniform kind of perspective up till now. लेकिन अभी तो मतलब बहुत कुछ, I mean एशिया कप के बाद you've got some warm ups और उसके बाद एक पूरा एक बहुत लंबी जर्नी है वर्ल्ड कप की. The World Cup consists now of playing each team in this format. आप at least 9 matches खेल रहे हैं, तो it's a long way to go now. And I know people are a bit skeptical about Pakistan's chances, but you never know क्या होता है. It will all develop. इसके अलावा कौन सी टीमें हैं which you think are going to cause a big dent or go deep in this World Cup?
I think India obviously looks like on rampant form. जो उन्होंने एशिया कप के अंदर किया है, इवन ऑस्ट्रेलिया की सीरीज के अंदर अगर आप देखेंगे जो उनका मिडिल ऑर्डर और टॉप ऑर्डर पहले नहीं क्लिक कर रहा था, अब वो तो सेंचुरियां की बारिशें हो रही हैं. रोहित शर्मा इज बैक इन फॉर्म, केएल राहुल, एंड देन इवन जो स्काई थे जिन्होंने काफी देर से परफॉर्म नहीं किया था, उनकी भी सेंचुरी आ गई. प्लस उनके बॉलर्स जो हैं वो from Mohammad Siraj to Mohammad Shami, they've been creating excitement. And now playing in home conditions, India seems to be the clear favorite in the tournament. I think even in the first warm-up match, अगर आप देखेंगे, the New Zealand की batting unit looked very much in order. Kane Williamson, वापस इंजरी से आए हैं, वो लग ही नहीं रहा था कि इंजरी से आए हैं, वो तो लगता था कि पता नहीं कब से खेल रहे हैं. उन्होंने आराम से हाफ सेंचुरी कर भी ली. And we had problems bowling to them. 340 chase करना, वो भी 42 ओवर में against supposedly one of the better attacks in ODI. That just shows कि उनकी class क्या है. So New Zealand is another strike force.
And New Zealand has won today. It's second warm-up as well. They have beaten South Africa on the Duckworth Lewis, and Conway has scored plenty of runs. So यानी कि उनकी अच्छी practice हो गई है इन दो मैचेस में. So So New Zealand and India, of course, the hosts.
Yeah.
Any other team you think that could?
England. I think England में अगर आप recent times में देखेंगे तो they've been in stellar form. Ben Stokes की भी अभी recently I think last month ही उन्होंने कोई massive total amass किया था 180 plus का. And England is always, up there on the ranks. I think उनकी bowling and batting superbly balanced है. And उनका जो recently baseball और वो जो बड़ी aggressive form of brand of cricket लेके आए हैं वो continue करते जा रहे हैं. It doesn't always stick, but I think in these conditions, मतलब उनके batters will have a field day. Plus, मतलब I don't think the temperatures will be a big problem क्योंकि October usually India में mild ही होता है. तो I feel कि these three, India, New Zealand, and England, they'll be really vying for the title this time.
So, and if I was to ask you about the fourth semi-finalist, who would you pick? Because that's a question I ask a lot of people.
I think उसके अंदर एक brain बात करता है और एक heart बात करता है. Heart में तो ये है कि यार काश पाकिस्तान पहुंच जाए उस time. But it seems unlikely. And if I was to be realistic, so I think the fourth semi-finalist, at this point, मुझे लगता है हालांकि ऑस्ट्रेलिया ने परफॉर्म नहीं किया, लेकिन I think वो आखिरी ODI जीत के, and Australia always brings their A game when it comes to these World Cups. मतलब कि वो कभी even if they've lost the first couple of ODIs, they come back. उनकी pace battery भी अब वापस आ गई है, Hazelwood भी आ गया है, then they've got Cummins. उनकी top order भी eventually will become very strong with the return of some of the people who are missing. Steve Smith is always really on top of that. So I think the fourth जो contender है वो Australia है, and and I think that so it'll be primarily those four that I think will make a difference.
Okay, one final question. Best batsman, best bowler of this tournament. Make your pick. Who would you pick?
Oh, I think that's a very tricky question. मुझे लगता है ये कि best bowler, I think batsman wise, though, I think it'll be some Indian that will really and obviously Virat Kohli is usually the usual suspect in that department.
Are you picking Virat Kohli for the?
Virat Kohli would. I think he's going to come into his element. He's probably the last World Cup that he has, and I feel that he's been fighting. Or some other middle order Indian batsman, but I think India will be ruling the department of batting. उसमें वो thrive भी करते हैं Indian conditions में.
And what about the bowler?
Yeah, the bowling जो है, that's going to be a tough one. I'm trying to think of मतलब कि best bowler अभी recent times में रहा भी क्या है, कौन है? And do you want a bowler who will eventually get to the semi-finals and finals?
Yeah, he has to be the bowler of the tournament. He usually goes deep into the semi-finals, into the final. Could be anywhere like Mitchell Starc if Australia win. Yeah. So just could be the leading wicket taker without coming into the final. ये भी हो सकता है कभी बार हुआ है तो.
Yeah, I think well. मुझे जो खुद पसंद है ना, I think someone who would really thrive in these conditions, although like I'm not nominating them for the semi-finals, वो someone like Theekshana from Sri Lanka जो कि एक mystery spinner होगा या Hasaranga, that might cause.
I think injured, so I don't know if he's going to.
अच्छा वो injured है, अच्छा ठीक है. Then exactly, like इसी तरह का कोई mystery spinner that really causes a lot of problems, they may come in. बाकी अगर pacers में देखें तो I think दो बंदे जो नाम आते हैं, या तो Hazelwood है ऑस्ट्रेलिया का, या फिर सिराज है. I think he's been in recent form as well. So those might be causing problems. I think Rashid Khan will have a good World Cup. मुझे feeling आ रही है कि he'll do well. Whether Afghanistan will qualify for the top four, I doubt it. I don't think they'll make it to there. But I think he'll just generally have a World Cup. And ultimately, this World Cup will be won in the middle overs. आपके जो 10 to 40 के overs हैं, उसमें जिस टीम ने contain करने के अलावा 7 wickets भी लेनी, I think they'll probably have a very good chance to really go through and go far.
Okay, so I've got your 4 semi-finalists. I've got your best bowler and batsman pick. And well, thank you very much for joining us and kickstarting this round of previews. Inshallah, we'll be in touch, and hopefully, if there's an opportunity, I'll get you back on this channel for what's happening later on in the tournament, or in the latter parts.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for having me. Appreciate it.